Hello and welcome back to the Survival Horror Guide, a series where we play and then review survival horror games. We rate them on their fear factor, and then we give them an overall score. Finally, we send it over to the series' totally arbitrary rating system to see how it stacks up against the rest of the survival horror competition. Today for the show, we are taking a look at the movie tie-in survival horror game, Saw. Developed by Zombie Studios and published by Konami, of all companies. That's right, there is a Saw video game. Not just one, but two. Honestly, the fact that these even exist is pretty wild. I mean, how do you even take the Saw movie series and make it into a game? How would that even work? Well, they tried. Let's take a look. Can I, What? Are you fucking kidding me? The game has you playing as Detective Tapp, a police detective whose life has been completely consumed in his hunt to capture Jigsaw, leading to the complete destruction of all of his personal relationships, as well as the death of his partner, Steven Singh. Yep, the same buddy cop duo from the very first Saw movie, played by Danny Glover and Ken Leung. And I absolutely love the first Saw movie. It's funny, I didn't even piece it together that I was playing as Danny Glover's character until like a couple of hours into the game. The entirety of the game takes place in a rundown asylum, Whitehurst Insane Asylum. The game starts off with Tapp waking up in Whitehurst with the old reverse bear trap strapped to his face. After escaping from the incredibly easy trap, Tapp is off to the races in a gigantic elaborate game at the asylum designed just for him. But Tapp is not alone. Several others are trapped in the asylum with him, each playing a game of their own, most of them just a bunch of low-life goons who have a trap placed on their head or their neck that will kill them if they don't get the trap removed, of course. But our character, Detective Tapp, has the key to unlock their traps inside of his stomach. So of course, they're all trying to kill you. And then you have the more important characters, the characters with story significance, who Tapp is trying to rescue from the traps. All this Tapp and trap talk is getting me a little bit confused. And these are generally the highlights of the game. These are the proper, full-on Jigsaw traps, which are pretty much all pulled directly from the movies. Only instead of the person in the trap having to mutilate themselves in order to escape, it's up to our character, Detective Tapp, to free them. Someone's behind me, aren't they? Ah! What the fuck? So that's the basic setup of the game. The plot definitely feels like a mashup of Saws 3 and 4, and to be honest, it's not bad. The overall scenario is interesting. But then, you gotta play the game. And Jesus Christ, this is where things completely fall apart. The game has a large focus on puzzles, which is kind of to be expected, and I like puzzles. But a solid 75% of the game are the same puzzles over and over and over again. Electronic switchboards, lighting up pipes, putting gears into place. I hope you like it, because you're doing it a lot. There are some interesting environmental puzzles, but they're few and far between. Everything else is the same puzzles thrown at you again and again and again. It is tedium defined. Okay. Coupler. Got it. Hop! And then there are those damn goons who try to kill you. Hopefully, it would shake up the gameplay a little bit, you'd think. Nope. This game has the gall to put combat this bad in a video game in 2009 and think that it's okay. It should be illegal. The combat is ass. There's no other way to put it. It feels terrible. Every action takes 2 to 3 seconds to happen after you press the button. And on top of that, there's like zero challenge. All the enemies drop super quickly. You're given options to use like environmental hazards, tripwires with shotguns, pools of water with electricity, but there's no point, because every enemy will die in a couple hits anyways. If anything, the environmental traps killed me more than any other thing in this game, all by accident, all cheap as hell. The cheapest, least fun, most frustrating deaths you could possibly imagine. And then the game would give you that fucking laugh. Taunt your ass every single time. That goddamn laugh. That's a shame. Oh! Oh! Don't laugh. It truly felt like I was in one of Jigsaw's traps playing this goddamn game. And one thing I never understood is why at no point in the game is the player ever subjected to an actual trap. This is the one thing that I was expecting. You're put in some kind of trappish scenarios, but they're all very non-threatening and no challenge. At least at the end of the game, finish off with a traditional Jigsaw trap or something like that. It literally never happened. Like, I don't know how you would make that fun, and to be fair, I really don't envy anyone tasked with having to make a Saw video game and to do it right and have it be fun. It would be challenging, but the one thing I do know is this ain't it. On the fear factor scale, this game is a 6. If there's any positive I'll say about this game, it's that the asylum is pretty creepy. It has good atmosphere. Some of the notes you find scattered around are actually interesting and give some pretty good backstory and world building. Overall, this game is a 4.5. Not fun and frustrating more often than not. There are some good moments peppered in there, but playing this game is an absolute slog. Now taking it over to the series' totally arbitrary rating system, Dementium, you've been promoted to second bottom of the list, where Saw now reigns supreme. If you guys want to check out my full playthrough of Saw, then you should definitely check out the Let's Play channel for all my horror game playthroughs and all kinds of other random stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of the Survival Horror Guide. Please keep those suggestions coming, and if you liked the video, please hit the like button. It really does help me out a lot. Thanks for watching this one, guys. Peace.